this is the Money Bus. Yes, the Money Bus on Radio Bayelsa. The Money Bus is the program where we help you make sense of your finances by arming you with the knowledge and the skills that help you be the boss of your money. My name is Rita Fabo, and it is a wonderful day to be back with the Money Bus on Radio Bayelsa this Friday morning. For some weeks now, precisely, this is the third week we've been on the subject money management skills, and we've looked at budgeting, we've looked at savings, and today we are bringing something different along the lines of money management skills, and that is spending wisely. Yes, I have to do justice to that in the studio. Someone who is well grounded when it comes to personal finances, and she is Dr. Mrs. Ogboin Julia. She is the Director Treasury Admin with the Bayelsa State Government. Madam, you're welcome to the program.
Thank you very much.
Yes,
Thank you,
yes. She's somebody that I have admired so much when it comes to personal finances, her discipline around finances and all of that, and she's done so well for herself. Once again, welcome to the studio, and I know that you are going to really help a lot of us today by the things you're going to be saying around spending wisely. So we'll just go right on, because time is never enough on this program. There's always so much to talk about, and no amount of time can really, be enough for it. So talking about spending wisely, what will that amount to?
Yes, good morning, listeners. Spending wisely. It's all about, one, making intentional decision about possessing items that will add value to you as a person, relating it to your financial capabilities. There is the issue of lack of funds, lack of resources. That is always an issue. So when buying, there is this intentional, you now making it a habit, let me use that word, a habit, that this I want to buy should be something that will add value to me, to my financial capabilities. Thank you.
Okay, something that will add value to your financial capabilities. Now, is it possible for everybody to spend wisely?
Well, it's not always possible, because you need to make that intentional, make buying, this thing that you want to buy, there has to be a purpose for it. If you are the type that buys on impulse, frivolous buying, then it becomes difficult for you to spend wisely. So it's not something that everybody can do at all times. There has to be that mindset that I want to live like this.
So it comes back to our mindset.
Yes. It comes back to our mindset. As a person, when it comes to finance, who are you in spending? Do you generate what you spend?
Okay.
That is an issue. For somebody who generates the amount of money he spends, you kind of have some self-consciousness. Because if you spend it anyhow, it definitely does not come anyhow. But what about somebody who doesn't generate what he spends, but you can get it, so you don't care, you just spend? So there has to be that intentional discipline, self-discipline, when it comes to spending wisely.
So now, are you telling us that if somebody is able to make so much money, it will be okay for the person to just spend based on, okay?
No.
All right.
It still comes back to that intentional decision in buying or purchasing items. You make so much money, yes. So if you are not careful, you spend that so much money on things that are not bringing value to you, on things that are not necessary just because you have the money.
Now let's look at impulse buying. I know that a lot of persons, you have even mentioned in passing, a lot of persons engage in impulse buying. For instance, those of us that work in the office environment, you might just be in the office and somebody comes hawking something and you didn't plan for it, but you just see yourself buying. What can be done to control such?
Always ask yourself that question, do I need this thing? They brought it to my doorstep, I didn't go for it. But now that it's here, ask yourself, do I need it? That's a very good question. It's a self-examination, kind of. That's how you'll be able to restrict that impulse buying. Some women go to the market with a list to curtail this impulse buying, yet they buy things that they do not actually need. And when you get to the house, you say, what did you buy? I saw this, so I thought that we'll be needing it. You thought. And so they bring these things, and at the end of the day, what is really needed in the family is not bought. Then you have so many things you are not using. Clothes, shoes. But the child's school fees, do you know that some women can actually use a child's school fees to buy clothes with the mindset that I'll replace it. That's impulse buying. So there has to be this intentional decision to discipline yourself when it comes to spending money.
Discipline all comes down to discipline for you to be someone that spends wisely. Now, talking about this, I was even sharing it with you before we went on air, how that I admired this quality in you when you were with us here, because at the time she happened to be with us here before she was moved to a higher position in the government. And I remember I was into buying and selling then, and sometimes I would just bring my products to her and I'm like, ma, buy, and she wouldn't buy. That was one quality I admired in her. Now, what informed that attitude?
It has been a lifestyle. It has been a lifestyle that when it comes to spending, there's a scale of preference for me. There are things that are needed in my home that I've not been able to get at some point. And so I have prioritized those things. So when this sales and those things come up, I see that scale of preference list I already have in my mind. That this, if I buy this, I'll not be able to meet up this decision, this scale that I've made. So I will just hold back. Don't worry, it's not in my budget. I'll tell myself this is not in my budget, so that I can work with my budget. And if I've achieved that budget to an extent, then it does not mean that you will not enjoy your life, or you will not enjoy things that you actually need to. But there has to be this discipline, so that even while you are enjoying that money, that finance, those things that you have, you enjoy it wisely. Because there is tomorrow. There is tomorrow. The essence of spending wisely is to curtail and get a financial security around you for the future. That's the essence of spending wisely.
Wisely, building for the future.
Building
Yes,
for the future.
yes. It's said that these are leaks. On your journey to financial freedom, spending wisely, being able to curtail your spending is one way of blocking leaks from where finances are drained. And that's a very good one. So somebody that's, because I believe it's not something that is inbuilt, this attitude. So for somebody that doesn't have this attitude at all of spending wisely, of coming up with a scale of preference, knowing that this time I don't need this, is a want, and so I can do away with the wants and focus on my needs. What can the person do? How can the person come up, to now build this kind of attitude towards spending?
Okay. One has to, sometimes we just need to teach ourselves what we need to do at some point in time, especially when the economy presents biting situations around you. Even if you don't have a teacher, there is always a teacher in you that you can always fall back on. Now, the economic situation is actually, everybody is aware of it. So you need to teach yourself some lesson. Even if you don't have a teacher around you, teach yourself some lesson to enable you know that this is reality. So for the first time, align your spending with your values. At least everyone have values. No matter how small that value is, everyone has values. So align your spending with your values. Make sure you're spending money on things that are truly important, things that matters. Not just the one that you see on the road or somebody is buying, so you too you want to buy. I heard some people even go as far as borrowing, taking loan to go and buy shoe, buy clothes. It's not as if you don't wear that shoe or that cloth at that time, your body will diminish. It will not. It's for you to align that spending spirit with value. That is one thing. What about you creating a budget? What is a budget? An estimate of what you want to spend as at what the money you have or you are expecting. Most of the time, some of us even spend the money before the money is earned. That does not pertain to wise spending. So when you create a budget, you can as well track your income and relate it to your expenses. So if you see your budget is way above your income, how would you meet up? You begin to downsize some of the expenses so that you will get the very essential ones.
So is it advisable that a person wanting to spend wisely, before the money comes, maybe you have already talked about a budget, maybe such a person would put monies aside in different places where the person cannot see, or so to speak, and then only when needed, the person goes to such a place to get the money.
Okay. That's another way of spending wisely. Before the money comes, maybe you have worked, you did like a business person that you are, those small things you sell, that at the end of the month, I will have this profit. Because if you go above your profit, definitely you are going into your capital and you are running the business yourself. So this is the estimate of the profit I will realize, because we know that in our system here, people don't always pay at the same time. There is always this buy and then pay later situation. So you have your calculations that this amount will come. So it's this profit that you're expecting, set aside part of it. Set part of it aside. There is always a rainy day. There is always a rainy day. So while spending, create that kind of situation where you spend part of the money and also save some. Sometimes you can deliberately open a small account there where you do not have ATM card, because ATM is another way we spend at will. Still, I don't need a card. It's just a savings purpose. When I want, then I'll come in. You know that sometimes it's difficult for you to go to the bank. So the bank said will I go and stand on that queue? It will give you some sense of Years back, I did something. I created child account for the kids.
Okay.
And then from my salary, I now put a standing order. That means I'm not going to the bank. I put a standing order. And then it's small amount I remove from my salary so that it will not affect my normal activities back at home. Let it not be that because I'm saving, I'll not be able to meet up the needs at home. Over time, you will not feel, you just start it now. You say, this money is going out of my account. But over time, you will not feel that again because you adjust to meet up. But that money trickle into the children account. Now, during the period where we civil servants were not having salaries, that was when that habit, that thing that I did, forgetting that I was doing something, I had to fall back on it. I told the account person, this is for the, I'm not coming until there is a reason. So if I come for this money, ask me the reason for this money.
Wow.
Yes. So when I went to the bank. She actually said, Madam, is that? I say, yes, now there is a reason for it. But I'm not taking it all. Don't empty it. No, I will not. So I only took from the account of the particular child that I want to do this thing for, to balance up what I had. And then that issue was solved. So it's a deliberate thing. We just have to discipline ourselves to fall into the situation that we find ourselves.
Now, there is this common mindset towards people that tend to hold back more than they spend. I remember some years ago, a friend of mine told me something. Because I used to be someone, before I now started acquiring the knowledge and these skills we are talking about here. I used to be someone that used to be so frivolous with money. I could just take friends out, sit down, say, eat and drink, it's on me. You know, and I would just pay the bills. I was living like, I just enjoyed it. And so my friends knew me that I wasn't a stingy person. And then going down along the way, a day came and I don't remember exactly what happened, but I'll never forget the words that came out from this friend of mine, because I didn't release monies anymore like I was releasing. She said, Rita, I don't get sense for money. You understand? Now, it's bringing me to this point. People that tend to hold back monies more than they should by the thinking of others are termed being stingy, either to themselves or to others. Is that the case?
Well, if you live by the society, that means you're on the streets and you are not yourself. People will always talk. At the time when you were spending that money, they termed you to be the god. Rita is good, let's go to her. But when the money stopped coming, you are now a bad person. It's just a matter of changing from the good talk to the bad talk. So whatever situation, people will talk. But who are you? That is what matters. Who are you? Because you want to save money does not mean you cannot live that life that you have been living. If you have been taking friends out every day of the week, consciously reduce it. Besides, tell your friends, I no longer have the money I was having and playing with you. Now, the income is not coming like that again. So I cannot take you people out the way I used to. Maybe once in a while I'll take you out. But then, this is the reality on ground. If they choose to believe, so be it. The word stingy will come in various ways. The moment you are not releasing that frivolous money, they did not ask you how you were making that money that time. They were just the party going. So then, whenever you keep this party going habit around you, tomorrow will come knocking. So what did you save for that tomorrow? So if you are going out every day eat out, eat out. Sit down and calculate the money you spend in that eating out. And then make a savings towards that. I used to eat out every day, 5 days of the week as I go to work. Now, I won't be doing it. Let me take it to 2 days. So, deliberately save the other 3 days' money. Consciously put it aside. At the end of the year, you will see what you have saved and compare it to what you have been spending. It's a conscious habit.
Spending wisely is a conscious habit. Now, there are some areas that really drain persons financially. Now, I want to even bring it to the women folk especially.
Okay.
You know, there are some things a lot of women do today. Everybody wants to be financially free. Everybody wants to be rich. But a lot of persons tend to have this mindset like, one day, I will make it big. And so, they keep waiting for that day to come, which for many persons never come. Because whether we like it or not everyone is going to win the lottery.
Yeah.
Some persons are fortunate to come to a large sum of money, either by way of inheritance or whatever sometime. But a lot of persons would not be that privileged. And so it all boils down to you keeping aside something, minimizing how you spend so as to be able to build wealth. Now, especially for the women folk, like I said, there are a lot of spending habits that are causing leaks in their finances. Let's look at some of these things, please.
Okay. One very obvious one is the impulse buying. Avoid impulse buying. In that way, you can actually block some of those leakages. Impulse buying means something you did not plan for. You just get along, saw it, enter the supermarket, you begin to pick biscuits instead of the toothpaste that is needed in the house because this biscuit, I saw somebody eat this biscuit. Then you walk to the other section, you do a beautiful slippers, you put your leg, and then you pay it. That wasn't the reason why you entered that place. And you get to the house now, there is no pepper, there is no salt, there is no seasoning in the house. Then you have gone to buy slippers and biscuits. Some of those habits actually leads to leakages, and even the family, the peace of the family is eroded as a result of this kind of habits that we carry. And then another thing we need to do at some point in time is to prioritize our needs. Every woman wants to wear fancy slippers, but is it what is needed at that point in time? So we should prioritize our needs and be honest with yourself about what you need versus what you want. Be honest with yourself. That's why I say it still boils down to that consciousness, that intentional discipline.
It's all right. Now, in the course of your talking earlier on, you talked about saying, I don't have. Now, we know that for us that are children of God, Christians, there is the saying that actually scriptures, not just saying, the Bible says, let the poor say, I am rich. Brings me to this question. You that is professing to be a Christian, is it okay to say, I don't have, simply because you want to spend wisely? Because there was a day that something happened and somebody was asking me for monies for something. I actually had some money. But that money was not for that purpose. And so I said, I don't have. So the question again, is it okay for someone that is a professing Christian or is a Christian, let's not say professing, somebody that is a Christian now, going by our beliefs that we are people of faith, is it okay to say I don't have?
Do you have? That's the question. If you have to give to that person at that point in time, there is no need saying I don't have. But that you don't have at that point in time is the simple truth. I don't know why people find it difficult to say what is true. And then you want to say, the Bible says you should not be negative. Can we now draw the line between the truth and then pretending not to know the truth, or that you want to profess to be a Christian? If you know that you don't have, simply say I don't have. Maybe when I have, I will help you, but right now I do not have. That's the simple truth. If you cannot stand by the truth, then the society will turn you to be those names. That at the end of the day, they're still the ones that will call you names. Donatus. So the time you are no longer donating, you have become stingy. Please let us know when to say yes and when to say no.
Okay, if you're just joining us, the program is the Money Boss, and it's coming to you from the studios of Radio Bayelsa 97.1 Yenegua, Bayelsa State. The Money Boss is all about helping you make the most of your finances by arming you with the right knowledge, the right skills that will enable you be the boss of your money. And today we are talking about spending wisely as a money management skill. And so you can be part of this conversation by calling the number 0806-036-2898. Again, the number is 0806-036-2898. When you call, please tell us your name, tell us where you're calling from, and then go right on with your question. And it will be answered in the best way that the guest in the studio here can answer. Spending wisely, remember, so the topic should be around, the question, I beg your pardon, should be around that topic, spending wisely. All right, we're expecting your calls. We just lost one. We'll take this one. Hello.
Hello, good morning, ma'am.
Good morning, sir.
Narita.
Go on, sir. Tell us your name.
From Lemon Brass. Hello, ma'am.
Tell us your name. Yes, you are singer, you said?
I am singer Ivan Ngmoyo from Lemon Brass.
Yes, go on, please.
Yes, really, I just want to appreciate you people for the program, seriously. Because there are sometimes you go to a meeting and you want to like talk something, and somebody first of all talk that thing that is in your mind. You don't, you are happy inside. Today program, I don't know how to express myself, seriously. I want to appreciate all of you. Thank you, I remain blessed.
All right, thank you so much for that feedback. We do appreciate you. You also can call and ask questions around the topic spending wisely. 0806-036-2898. Hello? Hello? Can you hear me, please? Hello? Okay, we'll put an end to that so that the line will be free for another to call in. And remember to ask your question around the topic. Hello?
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 Yeah, I'm calling from Oxbow Lake.
Tell us your name. Solomon calling from Oxbow Lake. Go on, please.
Yeah. You know, this money spending, people are, mostly myself, I'm ready to control my pocket. But sometimes as a man, you go to some places, you try and see that type of matter, but something has dropped and people are bringing out money in a sympathetic condition. Maybe somebody is very sick, the person has no money, and they are bringing out some money, to buy some drugs or take it to the hospital. I see that kind of situation and I have 10,000 in my pocket. I don't care. I bring out 5,000. That is out of my budget. So doing so, is it that's my question.
Okay, thank you, Solomon. From Oxbow Lake, you will be answered. Go on, please. He's asking if he sees somebody that is not feeling well and he has money in his pocket, he brings it out. Quite all right, it's out of his budget. Is that all right?
It is a good thing to help the needy. And most of the time, these issues, because we are humans. You have a budget does not mean you cannot do good thing or you cannot spend out of the budget. The budget is just to guide you towards spending wisely. Now this is saving life, so it is also a wise decision to help the needy. The budget is not a static thing. It is not fixed, so rigid that you cannot adjust to it. It is your own budget. When you give out 5,000 naira out of the 10,000 naira you have in your mind that you will be able to meet up one or two things. The 5,000 naira you are giving out will not just kill you, it will not strangulate you, it will not make you go bankrupt, so to say. So your budget does not mean you will not help. Helping is a good thing. Help wisely. Thank you.
Okay, Solomon, I hope that satisfies you. We'll take this call. Hello? Please do well to reduce the volume of your radio. I'll have to put an end to that call. Whenever it happens like this, I'm sorry, we can't take it. So if you don't want to call in and then your call is rejected, do well to always reduce the volume of your radio. Hello? Hello? Good morning.
Yeah, I greet my patient today. My name is Colin. I'm calling from Obele.
Collins from Obele. Go on, please.
The John Grant, like your guest here said that sometimes we say we are rich and sometimes we serve. And the caller said that, the last caller said that get the money for somebody that somebody is sick and you bring that money to take care of the person and all the rest. And sometimes in our society, the reason why some people they don't have the money, but to bring it out to their brother or relation or whatever, they find it difficult is that sometimes the good that you do, sometimes they turn to what we about. I use myself as an example. I know me, and I know that I'm in a radio program. I have an uncle that is sick at the teaching hospital. All the family, although we did not come home because of was burial, and after the burial, all the whole family we left. We moved down to that teaching hospital. When we get there, the wife is there crying. And the doctor said that just to pass. To cut it short, all my elders, my seniors here, I can say that I'm the junior chef. Then all of them, we are giving excuses. And the people that have money, they were giving excuses. The money that we left to fuel my car to Port Harcourt, didn't they give a message? To cut it short, all of them left. And I have a little money that I budgeted for something. I need to call my wife. Please, send that money. And my wife did so. After months, when the man is okay, they discharge him, but the hospital bill is not there. And they decide to sell a land. I'm on my own, they called me. I did not ask them to report that money. I don't already forget that money. I have already forget that money. To cut it short, they said they want to sell land. Am I interested? I say how much they talk. I send money. And that brother will pay for that land. After 5 years, do you know that one of that my uncle, that all of us went to that same hospital said they don't have money. And the junior brother want to do that not stay business. He now go and invite that my uncle to make case with me that our tradition demand that when he bought the land, we kill goats. which I gave money for that. I don't even know that my elder was not percent that aspect. They make a case to me. First year, case was going on. I did not go home. The second year, they want to do what? Overrule that. I did not. They called me and said, I'm not coming. If what I did before God and man is the right thing, let God see what they on my side. But if what I did is wrong, let them set the land. To cut it short, after the whole judgment, they gather up everything. God show himself that is God. I want that case. Start attending to that case for 1 day, for that 2 years. That case last. So sometimes, when you are doing good, you are doing with all your mind. But to listen on the way people talk, it makes some people sometimes, as I'm talking to you now, I'm starting to use this language. That my uncle have some, this thing, I joke, and let me put it like that. But because of what happened, to be sincere, I never even participated even to spend ₦1 for that. I am telling the truth because of the past what experience. You see, so sometimes we have the mind to do good, but later on those good, later on to us. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you so much. We appreciate your call, Collins. 0806-036-2898 is the number to call in order to ask your questions. Remember, we are talking about spending wisely. Hello? Hello? Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning. Go on with your name and where you're calling from.
Okay, this is Katie calling from Ukuru.
All right.
Yeah, my uncle asked I want to ask a question. Now, for instance, now you are a wife. I'm talking about spending wisely. And just like you said earlier, like as a Christian, and the Bible will encourage as Christian wives, we don't have to keep secrets from our husband. And now you are this type that you want to be prudent in your spending, just like she said earlier that there will always be raining. Maybe you want to like be saving some money so you can. But your husband is the type of person that he wants money get in his hand, he spends it anyhow. Even when he tries to talk to you, you're just like, don't worry. And then even your home money now, if you have this money now, you want to like even delve into your own money and spend. And it is like, so I'm not sure what I want to ask. Is it good that you should like keep secrets, maybe your financial secrets? Maybe when you have money, you shouldn't let him go, or if you're saving, you should not let him know or something.
All right, thank you so much, Heidi from Apollo. You will get your answer now.
Well, in a marriage, there are plenty issues. And everything about marriage should be handled with wisdom and with prayer, because God is the originator of that institute. Two persons coming together from different backgrounds have their differences. And it takes time. It takes time, it takes patience, it takes prayers, it takes courage to blend these characters, to become that one flesh that the Bible talks about. You do well to stay away from secret keeping, because it will backfire on you someday. So from the beginning, let there be no secret. 2, you know the character of the person that you're living with. So as you are revealing, making that statement, for instance, you're making a savings. This is the much I have, and this is what I'm going to save out of it. And what I'm saving is for this particular purpose. So we're not going to touch that money until that purpose comes. Remember, even when you make those kind of decisions, health issues might come up, and you will not say because it's for to buy a car, and then the husband is sick, you will not release that money. But it's just a way of guiding you towards those kind of attitudes. Some persons spend like just pouring water. Immediately the money comes out, they will not sleep until that money finish. You, that is the one with the attitude of saving, should always ensure that you bring this discussion peacefully, respectfully. Every man in his home is a king. The earlier we realize that as women, the better for us. He's a king. Even if you earn more than him, or you think you are the one that is generating more money, that man is a king. Give him his place. With time, the man will realize what he is doing, and there will be peace.
Give him his place, he's a king. Now, there have been situations whereby some women have given the man a place until the family savings have been exhausted.
Hey, you are in charge
completely.
of, like what she said now, is something that you are saving. It's not that you will have direct access to it. Bring it, bring it, bring it, bring it. I mean, there is a way you do these things that you can actually put an end to some of those excesses. Yes.
And the man won't be made to feel less of a man.
Except you make him feel less of a man.
Okay. All right, you too can be part of this conversation. Spending wisely. How do you spend? Do you spend wisely or not? Hello? Hello?
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Go ahead. Tell us your name and where you're calling from, and then go right on to your question.
I'm happy to call you Taisha.
Okay, go on. What's your question?
Like now, you started small new business. At the heart of that business now, you have to discuss yourself how to make it so that that business will grow small before you begin to spend. And then maybe you should just gather 10,000 naira to go and buy some small things, come and add. Then somebody, your relation just come, say, give me 5,000 naira. And for yourself, so for you to release that 5,000 naira, so you got first one corner of that business, because that way you won't go buy, where don't you for your shop. You want that 10,000 naira, and you tell that person, money never goes for man. And when the person they go, you can't see where enter keke they go to market, and the best call they call you wicked. You wicked too.
Okay, thank you so much. I will give you your answer. Dr. Ma.
Madam, you are not wicked though. Because from what you are saying, if you have the money, you actually give that person. Sometimes the way we explain and the way we narrate, the way we attend to issues matters a lot. Maybe the person is asking for 10,000 naira and you can offer 1,000 naira. This is the much I have for now. Please, make do with it. You have provided the little that you have. And if the person is not satisfied with that little, so be it. You will not hang yourself. In most cases, let your conscience be clear. I think that is a simple life rule. Let your conscience be clear. If you have it, from what you said, I know that you would have helped. But since you cannot help that time, does not mean you are a bad person. But whenever you have to help, please do help. That is life.
Yes, because when you look at it, it all boils down to you at the end of the day, you and your immediate family.
Yes.
If at the end of the day you're not able to support yourself and your immediate family, you are the loser for it.
Yes.
These same persons will go elsewhere and they would have help from another. But you, what happens to you? So I think in as much as we want to help others, we shouldn't neglect ourselves.
Yes.
Yes, that business is going to bring in more profit from which you will be able to do more good.
Yes.
So at that time, I also agree with Dr. Julia that you should just go right on to say you don't have, and first things first. First things first.
Yeah.
Priorities must be set straight.
Set
Okay, it's all wisdom. Remember, we're talking about spending wisely.
Yes.
You have to apply wisdom in your spending. Else, you won't be able to build wealth. Huh? All right, 0806-036-2898. Call, tell your name and where you're calling from, and then go on with your question. Dr. Mrs. Ogboin Julia here will answer your question to the best of her ability. Hello? Hello? Okay, that call is lost, but you can call back if you are still hearing us. 0806 036 2898. Hello? Hello? Are you there? Good morning. Yes, tell us your name, please, and location. Mercy from Edepie, go on.
Master, the question I want to ask to me, I don't know, Sha. Actually, I have a little issue. My own issue is that whatever time I said I want to see you, I just feel like if maybe I say like a month, like I don't know, something will just come up. What I'm saving the money for, I will leave and do something else. I think you're doing it again and again and again, and I'm tired. I need advice. Like, how will I do it possible? Because I don't know what how will I put myself? I don't know. I cannot see. Anytime I say I want to see, I will say until half. I will leave and do something else that it will bring better profit to me. That's what I want.
All right, thank you so much. All right, thank you so much, Mercy from ADP. Your advice, ma.
Mercy, you need to discipline yourself when it comes to savings. That thing that you use your savings for, you said it yourself that you will not even use it to do any good thing. So discipline yourself so that you actually use the savings for the good thing. It is all discipline. Consciously tell yourself, this money I've saved is not for this one, because this one will not bring forth good thing to me. Just like you said, it will not benefit you, it will not add value to you. So don't spend the money you're saving for something that will not add value to you. Consciously come up with, that mindset that for this purpose, this is it. Discipline yourself, because it boils down to you spending that money for what you originally did not set it for. So start with yourself. Tell yourself the truth, and then you take off from there.
All right, Mercy, I hope you heard that. I also want to add that, Mercy, I think you should come up with a vision, a financial vision for yourself.
Yes.
What do you want for yourself as regards finances? Do you want to build wealth? Do you want to be financially free? At the end of the day, how do you want your life to be financially? When you have set that vision before you, I think it's going to guide you on your journey towards it. Most persons aren't able to discipline themselves and principle around their finances because they really do not have a financial goal. They have nowhere they want to go in their finances. And so it is said that when you don't have a destination in mind, anywhere is a destination for you. So please, first of all, get yourself a vision where you want to see yourself at the end of the day as regards your finances. It will help you discipline yourself and save effectively. All right, 0806 036 2898. We have 5 more minutes and actually 4 more minutes now, so you can quickly hop on this conversation, ask your questions or seek clarifications, whatever it is you need. We have Dr. Mrs. Ogboin Julia here, Director Treasury Admin of the Bayelsa State Government, and she's one that is, all these things she's talking about here. Let me just tell you, some persons talk and they do differently. She is actually walking the talk. She is walking the talk. So when she's telling you what she is telling you, she's really serious about it. Hello? Okay, please, we lost that call, but do call back and tell us your name as well as where you're calling from for us to be able to take your questions. Now, while we're waiting for the last calls for today, I want you to just give some advice, generally speaking, around spending wisely, because we're wrapping up now.
Okay. Speaking about spending wisely, spend with a purpose. Save for the future, because we do not have the future. You have today. The cash is on hand is like today. You can do anything with it. tomorrow is not in your hand. That is what you save. So that no matter what tomorrow brings, you will not start immediately by hitting your head here and there. You will not start by looking for the next available debt or loan or whatever. At least you have something within you to start that unforeseen circumstance. So we should save for tomorrow and spend with a purpose.
All right, I'll take one more call and then we would say our goodbyes for today. Hello? Hello, good morning.
Hello, ma. Sorry, this is Heidi. I called back.
Okay, Heidi from Opolo, go on.
I just want a little bit clarification. Like when Ma was answering the question, she was saying something like, even if it's my own money. This case, I'm saying that this guy, this type of person, even if you don't want it, sometimes money comes into his hand when you like, maybe there's no really much need for it in the house. And even if you, I say, please, let's keep this or something. I say, don't worry. And before you know it, sometimes you even tell me that, oh, I'm keeping it. And then I'll tell him, please now, keep, you say, no worry. Before you know, he's spending maybe 5,000 gone, 10,000 gone. And before you know, maybe within a week, he's already gone. And when you say, oh, I did this, and all the things he's doing is no serious thing. I don't know. That's what I'm asking. Okay, in my own case now, for me to keep my own, so you still want to be coming to my own. So is it that I should now start keeping secret? Like when I'm keeping my money somewhere, I should not already know.
All right, thank you, Heidi. Thank you so much. We'll quickly just answer that because our time is up. Just quickly answer.
If you let him know that you have saved this money and the money is not with you, I think the money in the bank, nobody can go to the bank to collect that money except you give him your ATM pin or whatever. As much as you wouldn't want to keep secret, let it be that that money is saved in the bank or saved for the purpose for which you have itemized for it. Like I tell you, these characters were not built in one day. So it's difficult to just do away with it automatically. So it's a process. You have to keep talking and keep emphasizing until finally this person will realize he's doing a wrong thing. Your patience is really needed in this area.
All right, thank you so much. I hope that satisfies you, Heidi. We've come to the end of the program today. Many thanks to every one of you that called into the program. Thank you also, Dr. and Mrs. Oboyin Julia, Director, Treasurer, Admin, Bayelsa State Government. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you.
We had a wonderful time. Yes, I want you to know before I go that small leaks sink great ships.
Yes.
Small unnecessary expenses can ruin great incomes. So please spend wisely so that you will be financially free and indeed be the boss of your money. For today, it is bye-bye. My name is Rita Fabo. Until next week, Friday.
The Money Boss.